What's up everybody, Tweets here, and in this video I am going to show you how to bedazzle your guns, your weapons, with decorations. Um, so in this video what I did is I just set up a gun and a charm, I call it a charm, whatever, in the same file in my P drive. And so these scripts are for the gun. You'd have your own whatever. So this is just for purposes for testing and so it works. So I got my normal scripts for the weapon, which is in my weapon tutorial. If you don't know how to make a weapon, which I will link that below as well. But in your weapons pack or your weapons mod that you're making, add a folder called deco or decoration or charms, whatever you want. And in there, you're going to have your config, your model. Now this model is a free model, didn't come with any textures, so I didn't make any textures or RV mats for it. All I did is you're going to mod it, configure it like a regular, just a collectible item. So you're just going to have your thing. So you got your model in, you import it, like I've shown before. You make your selections if you have multiple. So what I did for the colors, since there's no textures, I just hit E on the parts that I want. I picked the color picker, and then I just selected whatever color I wanted, hit OK and apply. And I did that for both Camo 1, Camo 2, so it has multiple textures. So if you look, it looks like that. Now it doesn't have the shininess or whatever because there's no RV mat. I didn't make that. This is just for tutorial basics. So to size it, what you're going to want to do, what I do, is I pull in a proxy of a gun, any gun, but what I did is I did the Galil that I made, which is in the mod folder that is in the video. And then I just size it to the gun to make it look somewhat where I would want it to be in reference to the gun. So to size it, like I've shown before, I was holding left control, left shift, and holding the right click on the mouse, and you could drag it up and down, and that'll change the size. Rotating is hold left control and drag it. Now, if you're up here in the top corner, the front view, it'll drag it like this. If you want to move a different, you can use top view, and it'll drag it, rotate it, different angles. Same with left view, it'll rotate it, different angles. So you can change how you'd want it. But that's pretty much it for the sizing part. And you want to keep your model right in the center. Pretty much. You want that centered. And then you're going to create your normal geometry with auto center, your memory points, just like any other item, your view geometry and your fire geometry. And then your fire geometry, you're going to hit given an RV mat, a penetration RV mat, which is just P drive, DayZ, data, penetration, and then choose the material. I did plastic for this, but choose whatever you want. So that's it for your decoration. And then you save it. And then that'll be it for your decoration. Now, what you want to do is you create your model config for it. So just for a random item, it's just a simple basic model config with your hidden selections for your camo, your textures. And then for your config for it, it's just a simple inventory base config. And then give it your path, your display name, all that stuff. If you had RV mats and textures, you'd give it your own RV mat damage system. I've shown this in other videos. And then we're going to go over this inventory slot here, what I have charm. But first, let's get into adding this to your gun. So what you do is you bring in whatever guns that you've made that you want to add the decorations to. So I'm going to do the Galil that I made. Now, I got my Galil in. I'm going to create a proxy. Browse. Go to my new decoration. Hit OK. And then bring up Bulldozer. Okay, now that we are in Bulldozer, let's zoom in on our gun. You'll see that our proxy is kind of showing now. So now you're going to want to just go to your proxy, which is the charm, and you're just going to want to move it into wherever you want this thing. So you can look at your gun and look around, see where you'd want it. I'm going to go with a good little spot. I'm thinking this gun, I'm going to stick it probably now. I'll just use the little trigger area here. I'm just going to stick it there. So what you do, find your spot, and then you can rotate it and whatever until you get it. So I need to rotate this because I want the ring to be around the spot that I want. So I need to rotate this at least 180. So I'm in the top view now, holding left click and left control, and I am rotating my proxy until I get to whatever. I did 90, not 180. That's what I want. And then kind of get it on the front view. You're going to have to move it closer to where you want. All right. Now I need to move it inward on the top view. So get it lined up with the gun. Let's get this centered here a little bit more. Okay, needs to go forward and right around right here. And now lower it. Actually, you know what? I mean, that's a cool spot, but I'm going to hang it on. You know what? I'm going to make it go into those holes there. Although those are screw holes, so maybe not. You know what? I'm going to hang it right on the end of that barrel. Just to make it look cooler. So, if you need to rotate it, that's how you do it. But since we're moving it to a spot where I'm going to just backtrack it here so we can have it where I want it. And I'm going to put it right up here on the end. And I think this might be the spot. But let me check. Yeah, close. And now I'm going to lower it. Get to the spot. Lower it down. Needs to go down more. Now this will be personal preference for you guys, where you guys would want it on your guys' weapons. I'm just doing this for tutorial reasons. I'm actually taking a little bit longer than I usually do for tutorial reasons because I want to just get you guys the basic ideas and then you can roll with it without taking too long. But sometimes I could be a stickler on some things that I'm working on detail, and I want it to look like it's hanging right on there. I mean that's good enough. I'm just gonna move it in a little bit more. You know what? That's good enough. All right, now I'm just gonna select the whole gun and check it. So there we go. It's got the little decoration on it. That's fine with me. All right, now you're gonna take your proxy. Once you get it in place, you're gonna copy it. You're gonna put it in the memory geometry, memory LOD, and your fire geometry LOD, and then you're gonna save your P3D. Now your proxy has been added. So now you can exit your P3D, bring up your weapon config. You're gonna bring up, well, let me close all these config. I got too many going. Okay, so you're gonna bring up your weapon config, and you're gonna bring up your decoration config. And now you're gonna create a folder. What I usually do is I create a folder and I call it slots or proxies. And in there I have a config that just has my slots. I use this from a sample one mod that I made my buddy, but it's alright. So what I did is I got my CFG slots. I gave it the name of Charm. So your slot name and your name they have to match. Charm, so Charm. And then inventory slot on your proxy has to match the slot. Just like that. Display name, you could put whatever, like Charm, decoration, anything. Icon, you can make your own custom icon. I have a video. I will also link that one in the description for custom icons. But for now, since I'm just showing you guys how to do the charm thing, I'm not going to go into that. Also, when you have your proxy, you got the path to your charm. Make sure that you have the class name, the same name of your P3D. So it'll be proxy and then the name of your P3D. You want those to match exact, or else it won't work. The proxy won't work correctly. So once you have this all set up, then you're going to go to your item. You're going to have inventory slot for your charm, and you're going to have charm, the same slot name. Just like that. Then, once you have that, just save and go to your weapon, and then add under attachments, and then the same name, charm. And then save it. And then that's that. So now, once you have that all done, you will now pack it up. But like I said, you'll have your own weapons folder, your own mod folders. So my scripts here are just for my gun that I made, the Galil. I just took it out and for my weapons pack and repathed it for this purpose. But it's just my basic scripts, which I go over in my weapons tutorial. And then your basic CFG mods config. So that way it reads that it's a mod that has multiple files inside. So it'll only pack the one folder, which will have everything at once. If you don't have that, it'll pack everything individually. So you'll end up getting a Deco PBO, a Galil PBO, and all that, which you don't want any of that. So now, once you have all that done, we can pack it. So, let's pack this in materials. I always delete my temps every time. And then we pack. Now we are packed. We are doing a test. Okay, so now that we are in game, we'll turn on our tools and we'll spawn in our items. So I'm going to get the charm first. So I'm going to have this go to the ground. And then I'm going to grab our gun. And then I'll just get the Alright, so now we have our charm. Stick that right there for now. Grab our gun. Now you'll see there's a new attachment slot. So we'll slide that over, and then boom. Now you'll see our gun has our attachment, our decoration. And that is it. So now you can bedazzle your weapons. It's not that hard. It's pretty simple. So have fun with it. Link to the file will be in the description since these models are on Sketchfab, free models on Sketchfab. I will also link the original pass and credits to the model developers, so you can get your models from there too. But yeah, that's it. So if you have any questions, feel free to join my Discord, link below, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace out.